Hey, hi. In the what's new in AWS, let's look at what is new in AWS ElastiCache. Please hit the subscribe and the like button. ElastiCache for Memcache now supports encryption of data in transit. What is that? See, there are two types of encryption: at rest and in transit. In transit means when the data is moving from point A to point B, that is in transit. At rest means when the data is residing in the database, that is at rest. So ElastiCache earlier didn't have support for encryption in transit. This has been added now, that is in 2022. So now it will work with TLS 1.2. You see this TLS 1.2, this is the in transit protocol, encryption in transit protocol. So what it means is, if the movement of data is happening from one client to the Memcache cluster, then in that case the network traffic in between is totally encrypted. So when do you enable it? You enable it when you're trying to create the Memcache cluster. An important question: who manages the TLS certificates? It is managed by ElastiCache automatically, and that is a beauty. You don't have to do any manual work to manage it. Suppose if there is an expiration of the certificate, that TLS certificate gets expired, then ElastiCache will manage on its own. Which version supports it? See, this is very important. Only the latest version, that is 1.6.12, will support it. The previous versions will not support it. So will this be asked in the certification exam? Yes, it will be asked. There will be questions which will talk about encryption in transit using Memcache, and if you get such questions in AWS Solution Architect or data analytics or DevOps, you should always remember that this is now supported, and there is a Json support also available now. So you can natively store and access the data in JavaScript object notation format, that is JSON format. You might ask, what is the advantage of doing this? The JSON is a very important way of sharing data, and with this launch, the application developers can store, fetch and update JSON data inside Redis. If they didn't have just this feature, they would have used custom code for serialization and deserialization. The advantage this adds is, now you don't have to write a custom code. This is a ready-made feature which is getting available for you. Another new feature is AWS private link is supported with ElastiCache. It provides private connectivity between VPCs, AWS services and on-premises. It works across between on-premises to cloud, or different VPCs within AWS cloud, or different services within AWS. It will work with that without exposing the traffic to public internet. Okay, so people in the public internet, they cannot log in, access the data. It is totally secured. So this is also a new feature in the certification exam. If people ask you, then you should remember this. And above all, there is a new feature which is ElastiCache. Now you can it supports streaming and storing Redis engine logs. So earlier you were not able to stream these logs to CloudWatch and Kinesis data firehose. Now you can do it. Suppose you want to understand what is happening, what are the activities in that log, you can send it to CloudWatch logs. Earlier you were not able to send it. So in the certification exam, if you get scenarios where ElastiCache is sending logs to the CloudWatch logs, this is absolutely possible. And even to Kinesis data firehose, that is also possible. Remember, this is not Kinesis analytics, this is data firehose. And in what format you can send these logs? You can send these logs in JSON format or text format to both CloudWatch and Kinesis data firehose, and your monthly bill you will incur the same charges as storing other ElastiCache logs in CloudWatch. The charges are the same. So this was a short tidbit. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. Stay tuned. These new features are very important to understand from a certification standpoint. This will help you with AWS Solution Architect, Associate and Professional, Data Analytics, DevOps and so on. All those certifications along with the basic one, the AWS Cloud Practitioner. It will help you with all of these. All these new features are very important because all latest questions are based around this. See you in the next part.